Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning into another episode of Bringing the Heat with Regina Weston. This episode is titled, We Are Not Satisfied, Part 2. The quote of the day is, Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Dr. Martin Luther King. Now, recently, the Asian COVID-19 hate crime bill was signed in response to the rise in violence against Asian Americans. Hello? Hello? Where is the Black hate crime bill? Hate crimes are committed against people of color daily. Where is the justice? Why aren't the people that are discriminating against black women, boys and girls on the streets, in the schools, on the job, being held accountable for their words and deeds? People in power commit crimes, violate people of color rights all the time. But how many are being punished? I'm waiting. Why is a black life taken daily around the world and is seen as justified or justifiable? We are still being set apart. Regardless of how you try to spin the narrative, we do not have the same rights as everyone else. Read the invisible billboard. Being black is a crime. There is a hit out on us. We have nowhere to hide. Let's explore this for a moment. If stopped by a cop, I comply to what is being asked of me. I raise my hands and hold the position to be questioned or cuffed, but in return for my compliance, I get disrespected, a tongue lashing, degrading my very existence. I get punched in the face with no option to defend myself. I'm bum rushed while standing in the position by the very one who took an oath to uphold the law. Unlike what you think of me, I am not cattle. Therefore, my body responds to the blows being administered to my flesh. Is then interpreted by others as resisting arrest. I'm confused. You tell me to put my hands up, but you can't be trusted? So now I'm afraid for my life. So I run, knowing that if I comply, I still might die. So I run. You then shoot me in the back, and it's what? Justified? Especially when a weapon is being planted, or imagine an illusion. Visualize. You scream multiple times, "He got a gun! He got a gun!" You shout this as I run. Feeling vindicated, you pull the trigger. Pop, pop, pop. What choice do I really have? If you really want to know the truth, I would say none. Why? Because a black man always have a gun. My bad, a cell phone. I hope that my words has provoked thought, enlightened you to the degree that you also see that it's time for change. Let hate become a thing of the past. I will leave you with this poem. We Are Not Satisfied, by yours truly. Black people of all shades, we haven't won the fight just yet. We are still on the battlefield. Stop rejoicing because they are taking down racist symbols and statues. These things are not taking lives. They are patronizing us. That's not what is killing us. Blacks are still being hung up, strung to trees, life seeping from their bodies, unable to breathe. Can you hear me? I'm unable to breathe. My hands are up. Please don't shoot. As their killers cheer on like roaches ready to feast. Bad cops, just a bunch of vigilantes who have been commissioned to take lives, given diplomatic immunity, no accountability for their deeds. A license to kill is really what it be. But if you're woke, you can see the agenda set out for you and me. Get excited when the punishment fits the crime. What you see now on prime time is a performance, a waste of the taxpayer dime and time. Then there are the civilians with the invisible badges, taking lives and being told by law enforcement that their crimes too are justified. And with a good lawyer, they get to walk free from the crime. Get excited when the laws are changed in our favor and blacks are on the front line. Get excited when we no longer need Kleenex to dry our weary eyes. Until then, fight for change, real liberation. The struggles are real, y'all. Our lives do matter. So stand unified. One voice, one love brings about change. Stop the crabs in the barrel mentality. This is one of the reasons they see us as deranged. Zombies running the street with no purpose for life, no real aim. Until the visible and invisible signs of hate have been eradicated, continue to cry out loud. Our sons and daughters' lives are at stake. And if you are one of those individuals whose views have been distorted by hate, you can be reprogrammed. Just open your mind and rethink your distorted ways. Let that begin at this moment, for there is no time to waste. Thank you for tuning into another episode of Bringing the Heat with Regina Weston. You can listen to this podcast at anchor.fm/Regina-Weston or Apple Podcasts and Spotify podcasts and other platforms. Make sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you again for tuning in.